now the news. I'm Shane Bigham. China says it does not accept any so-called verdicts and actions based on the South China Sea arbitration. A foreign ministry official told a symposium in eastern China that a country's sovereignty and jurisdiction over its islands should be respected, and urged efforts to safeguard the authority of international maritime laws and international justice. International experts and scholars gathered at the symposium in Qingdao to share opinions about the arbitration. China's Chang'e 6 lunar mission has successfully transferred samples from the far side of the moon to the returner. The ascender docked with the orbiter returner after several adjustments. The probe's been orbiting the moon after it scooped up samples near the lunar south pole. Chang'e 6 is mankind's first attempt to bring back samples from the dark side of the moon. The returner is scheduled to land in northern China. Pakistani Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif is in Beijing as he continues a 5-day visit in China. Both sides are expected to exchange views on bilateral ties and issues of common concern and make plans for the future of China-Pakistan relations. The Prime Minister kicked off his visit in Shenzhen, where he explored the tech hub's rapid development and innovative prowess. He attended a China-Pakistan business conference, where he lauded the southern city's great potential.
A few decades ago, it was a small fishing farmer's village, and today its GDP is hovering around $500 billion. Is it not a miracle of this century? And this shows what? It's a lesson to be learned by all of us.
Wednesday's event attracted over 100 Pakistani companies and more than 150 Chinese enterprises. Medical sources in Gaza say at least 30 people are dead and dozens injured in an Israeli strike on a school sheltering displaced persons in central Gaza. The school in the Nuseirat refugee camp is run by the UN's Palestinian Refugee Agency, UNRWA. The Israel Defense Forces confirmed the attack, claiming that the compound was used by members of Hamas's elite Nukba force who took part in the October 7th attack. Israel's latest operations in central Gaza came as U.S., Egyptian, and Qatari mediators meet in Doha and Cairo to discuss how to finalize a new ceasefire and hostage release deal. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico says he bears no malice toward the gunman who shot him several times in an assassination attempt last month. In his first video appearance since the attack, Fico slammed the opposition for what he calls hatred toward his party. The suspect opened fire on Fico from close range, leaving the Prime Minister in critical condition. Fico's been recovering at home after surgeries. He says it'll be a small miracle if he returns to work in a few weeks' time. The 27th St. Petersburg International Economic Forum is underway in Russia's second-largest city. Representatives from more than 130 countries and regions are attending the forum. Alyosha Milenkovic has more from St. Petersburg.
They gather to address pressing contemporary issues, including climate change, creation of a new multipolar world, future of the world's energy market, de-dollarization, and the evolving role of BRICS in the global economy. The most important event of the forum would be addressed by Russian President Vladimir Putin during the plenary session scheduled for June 7th. It seems that this year, the highest number of foreign dignitaries in a long time would attend the forum. Most of them will be coming from BRICS nations.
United Nations chief is calling for a windfall tax on the profits of fossil fuel companies to help pay for the fight against global warming. Antonio Guterres addressed a gathering at the American Museum of Natural History, as a report shows that last month was the warmest May on record globally, marking the 12th consecutive month of record-high global average temperatures.
Many governments restrict or prohibit advertising for products that harm human health, like tobacco. Some are now doing the same with fossil fuels. I urge every country to ban advertising from fossil fuel companies. And I urge news media and tech companies to stop taking fossil fuel advertising.
Guterres also warned that the target of limiting long-term global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius is hanging by a thread. He said G20 countries have the responsibility and capacity to take the lead with solutions, as they produce 80% of global emissions. That's the news. I'm Shane Bigham.